Hello everybody, this is Norm with Two Guys Farming. How you doing? Welcome back to Michigan Map. This is our ongoing series. This is Farmer's Journal number 52. And we're back here in the Northeast Farm, which is our main farm. Got some few different things to do today. So over here we've got our potato steamer. You can see there potatoes coming out of the steamer, and this is the washer. This is the compost from cleaning the potatoes. So diesel 51%. I'm just checking if water is a little bit low, seeds or potatoes. We're good there. We've got headers that we need to put away from the harvest that we finished last episode. Here's our New Holland. They got the side panels. The guy's doing some work on there, I guess. And we got the case. Why don't we start off? Just give this a power wash here. Got to keep the equipment clean and running well. So give this a little wash down. All the guys work over on the New Holland over there. Probably just doing some routine maintenance after the harvest. Might as well go ahead and put this away right in the shed right over there. Go. Got the seed master, needs to be emptied of seeds and refilled with wheat. Okay, so all right, perfect. I'm gonna grab our Deere here and we're going to go empty those steamed potatoes. Just right over here. So we're just going to hook the tractor up to the conveyor belt. There we go. And put them right in the crampe. Beautiful. Alright, what else do we have around the farm? Oh yeah. Why don't we go ahead and put these headers away. So we just finished in the last couple of episodes the big harvest. So we had a big rye harvest. As you can see, we harvested wheat in 7 and 13, and rye in 25, 24, 50, 51, 44, and 45. In 42 and 43, we've got grass that we just cut there. We've got to pick that up. We'll be using that for the animals. And down in 34 and 35, we chaffed some corn, and we're now selling that silage down there. Okay, so now we're going to put these guys away. First we need to... Now I noticed that the JCB handles this weight better than this New Holland does. You can see the rear end lifting up there a little bit. I've got the 6,000 pound weight on there, but it's doing okay, I suppose. Just seems that, yeah, I mean, you can see it's really getting ready to lift up the back there. So let's just, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah. I think the other difference is the JCB. Where is the JCB, by the way? Here it is. I think the difference is with the dual wheels, it's much more stable. So, anywho. Yeah, this is, we're doing some forestry, guys. Yeah, right? So, we're doing some forestry. I'll get back to that. I'm using the the Peterbilt and this log trailer here. So, we're going to do that in a minute. But for now, let's see if we can, well, I guess we can put one on the bottom. That'll make it easy. Alright, so let's see. That should go right in there. Hang on, hang on. I think what we need to do is... Alright, so I just wanted to make sure that was down all the way. And it appears that it is. So we'll put it on the second shelf here because it gives you a little bit more clearance, I think. I hope. Yeah. Okay, that looks pretty good. So wow, yeah, this one is definitely not as stable as the JCB, and I'm thinking it could be the wheels. Could be the wheels. Speaking of which, we're going to retract the wheels on the header, and I think this header's a little bit smaller, so hopefully it'll go up in here a little bit easier. So we're going to put that down all the way. Yeah, I think this head is just a little bit smaller, and that difference. Whoops. I think that's it. Okay. Alright, so we're going to leave him there for now. And I want to go down and start up and just grab a quick drink. Okay, so we've got our JCB telehandler. You can see all our silage there that we're selling. I've got a course play course set up for him, so he'll go ahead and sell off this silage. And we've got the fourth silo is still fermenting, but we've got two others that are ready to go, so that's good. Okay, and now we've got our little road train here going over to 42, 43. So we're going to use this equipment. Let's just kind of group everyone together here. So all of this equipment is going down to use to transport all the grass. So we'll just get them all started up, and we'll use the follow me mod. Whoop, easy there, buddy. Easy. Oh, come on now. Oh boy. These guys just couldn't play nice. Hopefully they're okay. Yeah. Alright, cool. So So we've got to start to cultivate and fertilize these fields now. So that'll be probably in the next episode. I think for now we just want to go ahead and get this grass picked up because we're running low on grass for the sheep, for all the animals, and the TMR mixer as well. So here's our grass. Go ahead and stop him there. Just move him there out of the way for the moment. And where do we want to set? I guess we can set up like so. Okay, so we'll go ahead and unfold. We'll put our pipe out and we'll shut that down for now. Okay, so the JCB is obviously going to transport. So the first thing we'll do is create a course. But before we do that, we've got to pick up some grass. So let's just get him. That looks good. And I noticed that his fuel was a little low. Oh, there we go. So let's go ahead and get his fuel back. Well, this equipment is filthy. Okay, and let's see. How's the Massey? He's got plenty of fuel. Go ahead and put the collector down. There you can see the New Holland with the grass cutters, the Pottinger in there. And here we go. This is badly needed grass because we're running pretty low. We've got, does it tell us how many animals? Yeah. So we've got sheep, 225 cows right now, which is pretty good. And as you can see, they are just ripping through the TMR. I mean, they're just eating it like crazy. So I've got to go ahead and get this grass because we're almost out. We've got enough. We're not going to run into trouble, but I want to just make sure I keep that productivity up. This is also filthy equipment. There's the grass dwarf, which actually just came out for 17. I'll raise that up a little bit. And what's really cool about this weight, if you guys haven't used it, you could actually put a 3-point attachment on the front of that weight. So if you had something like a stump grinder or something that you would put on the front of your tractor, even like a fertilizer container or something like that. So it's a great way to still be able to add weight, and you don't lose your 3-point hitch because you've got a weight on it now. And if you look real closely, I'm adding the weights right there, and you can remove them with the X key. Like so. Add a little bit weight. I think that might help a little with traction. Yeah, so that just came out for 15, which is pretty cool. Sorry, 17. We're on 15. So speaking of 17, are you guys? Does everyone have it? Is everybody playing it? You liking it? What do you think? I mean, I'm having a blast on 17, but the one thing that I'm just kind of waiting for is the maps, because I just haven't played a map where I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. This is an awesome map, you know. Because, you know, let's face it, the game is awesome, the equipment, everything. 17 is definitely a superior, nuts and bolts wise, a superior game to 15. Just everything about it. But there's just, you know, there's not the same amount of maps out there. And the maps are what really makes the game, I think, you know. Because that's one of the reasons why I think Michigan map is so good, because, you know, one, it's enormous, you know, it's huge, right? Look at it. But there's also, you know, we've got cows, we got sheep, we have pigs, we got beef, we've got you know, huge fields and all the challenges that come with that, with equipment and moving equipment and making money. We're almost up to $2 million, which is amazing. Whoa. Oh, I'm full. I thought I ran over a dead body or something. Yeah, so we're definitely getting there. And yes, 17 has, you know, pigs and even more detail in terms of, you know, taking care of them and stuff like that. But I don't know, I just haven't been blown away by the maps yet. So until I do find that map when I'm like, oh yeah, this is it, I'm going to keep playing Michigan and Charlton Extended. Because I think they're great maps. So let's just get this on here. Yeah, you see he's kind of, let me try and add some weight to the front. Let's see if that gives him more traction. Yeah, maybe that helped a little bit because it's turning now better. I wonder if grass is heavier than straw, or even if the game recognizes the difference between it. At one point I did have a mod that made the different types of crops you were carrying would be more realistic. Okay, so he's doing his thing, and we're empty, so we're gonna go do ours. And we're off. So I am going to do a new series. And haven't quite figured it out yet, so I won't say anything. But it looks like JCB 38, 40%. Okay, I'm just keeping an eye on him. I'm going to do a series on 17. I'm not going to say the map yet, But I think I have something. It's not, I'm not like totally thrilled about it, but I think I can definitely make it work and have some fun. It's going to be a little different, but I won't say anything more because I'm still trying to figure it out a little bit how I'm going to approach it. So anyway, so look for that in the near future. Hopefully in the next week or so. We'll be doing a little traveling, so I may slow down here a little bit on getting videos out, but I'll try my best. So we get JCB, he's 94, 95. Okay, so it looks like he's going to fill up. So let's go back to him. Yeah, see, that is, I think, is that, I forget what that is. That texture obviously was not. Okay, so, we want loaded start, and we want, boom. So I'm going to go around this way, just in case in the future we're doing something in that field. So we're going to drive this to the northeast farm. You can see the silos in the distance there through the filthy windshield. That windshield wiper, it's right there. Someone's gonna mod that so it works. Come on, people. I mean, it seems like it would be a pretty easy thing to mod too, right? You just gotta move the windshield wiper. How difficult could that be? And then you change the texture on the windshield. Oh, that was from our remnants of our sunflower harvest. Okay, so which way? Doesn't really matter which way we go. So we'll just come around this side. And if you haven't used course play much, you just want to, when you're recording a course, you want to take the turns pretty slow. Because if you use this course but with a different tractor, that tractor may travel faster than the one that you're using while you record it, and it will have different turning capabilities. So if you take a turn too quickly and you're using a different tractor that has different turning capabilities than the tractor you're using when you recorded the course, it could go flying into something, off the course, and then it's a disaster. Okay, so we're going to come right over here. Now we should hit the tip trigger. Yep. So there's our grass. We've got about 230,000 liters. So we're going to empty here. 245. Okay, good. And that may look like a lot, but it's not. Trust me. Not only we got 2.7 million liters of straw, about 360,000 liters of silage. We're going to add another 100,000 to that. We're not going to sell off all of the silage. And I guess we'll exit this way. And you want to stay on the appropriate side of the road as well, so you don't hit any cars. Speaking of which, I'm going to be stuck behind this guy. But fortunately not for long, because I'm just going to turn off here. Slow down a little bit. And then we're good. And then in the straightaways, you can go as fast as you want. Just the turns you want to be careful of. Okay, so we're heading back. This is a new trailer. This is the Brantner Power Push. These are becoming pretty much my go-to trailers for just moving stuff around the farm and transporting stuff. Because these fields are so big, I don't use them to unload the combines. I use the Auger wagon or overloader wagons for that. Okay, so now we just want to come right up here and we'll just stop our course and we've got a little grass left, so this will tell us if... Yep, perfect. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this. Field 42, 3, overloader to northeast grass silo. Okay. So let's go ahead and put this we need a new I've got oh wait a minute. Field 42. I don't remember drilling and seeding 42 before. That's weird. Well, anyway, we're going to leave this right here for now. Alright, so let's go ahead and we're going to do one more load of grass. And then I'm going to show you guys some forestry stuff. Now, I haven't done too much. I haven't done any forestry in this whole Michigan map series. I did a little in Chellington. I did some in Sosnovka. That was a series that I stopped some time ago. I think I got about 20, 25 episodes into it. Really liked Sosnovka, but at the time I was doing 3 maps, Sosnovka, Chellington Extended, and Michigan, and I just didn't have the time or the bandwidth. So I dropped Sosnovka. But yeah, I did some forestry in Sosnovka, some in Chellington Extended, none here, but we're going to start and do some here. There's not a ton of forestry area, but there's, like, if we look at the map, you can see, trying to drive, and, oh no, I almost drove in that ditch. Alright. Okay. That white part is, like, right on my path. Alright, let me just, alright, I'm good. Yeah, so there's forestry in the lower left-hand corner, southwest corner. There's some trees there. Good amount, it looks like. Actually, I haven't been down there at all. So we've got a good amount of trees there. And then there's some scattered trees up in the northwest corner, which is where we are now. So I think what we'll do is we'll finish one more load of grass, and we'll get that, and then I'll do the rest of this off camera, and then we'll go do a little forestry. So I actually like forestry a lot. I enjoy it as much as doing the farming, the planting and cultivating, seeding, harvesting. I think it's pretty cool. So you have to have the right equipment. That's key in this game, because if you don't have the right equipment, it can make it really frustrating. So I've found having the right equipment is really important. So I'll show you the equipment I use. I think it's the best setup out there. So you guys can, if you're into forestry or if you're looking to get into it, I feel really confident that the setup that I use is really a good setup. The mods I use are very effective. They're not buggy. They work. So it's just a really efficient way to do forestry. I wouldn't say on a large scale, but I would say, definitely a medium scale forestry, medium to large. The equipment that I use right now that I'm going to show you in a minute, you could, if you had a lot of JCB's in traffic. I think he's in traffic with the fuel tank. So let's just no, too close to the edge. Yeah, it's really finicky. Really finicky. Come on. There we go. That's a hook it at the very end there. Yeah, I think, is it the Fendt that's in his way? Yeah. Okay. So what we're gonna do is, these guys are all fueled up. Actually, let me check the New Holland. Yeah, he's got plenty of fuel. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to use follow me. Okay. So he'll follow the JCB back to the farm. And let's do... this milk needs to be sold. So let's just do... Still in traffic. Why is it saying he's in traffic? The only thing... The Fendt wasn't there before. Huh. Let's, it'll be full soon. Let's see what happens. So we've got, 45,000 liters of homogenized milk here. So we're going to go bring this and sell it. And this will give us $100,000. Just these two tanks, which is pretty awesome. It pays double than if this were just normal milk. JCB blocked. Let me pull over here. This is bizarre. What's blocking him? It must be the... Is it the Massey? No, because I think he said I think Lance said he was blocked even before the Massey. Actually, I'm going to put this away because we're not going to collect any more grass. So, that's really strange. JCB is in traffic. This is. Oh, wait a minute. Is it? It's not. No, it's not this JCB. Although he's almost done selling that. Alright, so I guess what I'm going to have to do is... He's full. Let me just try this for the heck of it. Yeah, see that? Alright. The Fendt will slow down. He'll get the hint after a second. Won't you, Fendt? Alright, so I guess what I gotta do is I can... So why don't I do this? I'm going to have him wait. I think this is the best thing. And then I'll just have him catch up. Like so. Okay. So let's get back to... Oh, and that reminds me. We've got some fruit trees. See those trees in the distance there? That is 100 orange trees and 100 plum trees. And I'm guessing they're ready to be picked. So after we unload this milk, we'll check on that. So this gets sold right here. And this is going to put us over 2 million. Woohoo. That's amazing. So we've got 2 tanks. So what we'll do is we'll unload one tank into one, and then the other into the second. Okay. Perfect. There we go. Okay, let's get back to perfect timing. Alright, so I'm going to stop the Fendt. I'm going to also stop him. And I'm not going to unload there. I'm going to unload into the TMR mixer, which is empty. Or empty of grass. So just, there we go. You can see the little gauge going up there. Right here. That's the fill level. Hopefully it gets to the top. And you can see there's the grass there. Just about full. Nice. So let's see. Yeah, we've got 53,000 liters of TMR. That is not a lot. Because these cows, they eat plenty. So our silage is getting low. We're going to want to do that next. He should pick that course back up, and he does. Okay, perfect. So we're going to stop him when he gets over there, and we'll leave him there. Fendt. Who am I looking for here? Rate control. Okay. Alright, so we're just going to drop this fuel over here. Whoop. Took my eye off the wheel there. I was looking at the fill level. Okay. And now we're going to go. So this is our setup that we're using to collect the plum and oranges. Let's see if, well, 90%. Okay. All right. So it's not ready yet. That's fine. So when he gets over there, we're just going to park him in the JD. And then I'll do the rest of this off camera. Okay. Cool. This is a great JD, by the way. It's got the front loader attachment. Very nicely done mod, as you can see. Great sound as well. So, whoop, and there we go. 2,089,000. That was our milk selling. And that was a little silage selling right there. That little burst of money. So that's awesome. Alright, cool. So now let's do a little forestry. Just to show you guys my setup. So you can use any truck. Basically, you know, obviously just something that is going to be able to pull a load of logs. And this is my Peterbilt. This is the first truck that I built, that I bought. It's a really nice truck. The only reason I started buying those Kenworth is because they had more horsepower. So let's I guess we'll park this right over here. Park him in the shade. Okay. So the Peterbilt, you've got, if you've seen any of these episodes, you've seen this a bunch. Great truck. Really like it a lot. Now, this is, in my opinion, the best log trailer out there. Okay? You can, as you can see, you can put really long logs on there. And the best part is it has this big gap right here in the middle. Right? See that gap? So it's perfect because it allows you to use your front loader. Your front loader doesn't get hung up on any of these vertical supports, which is the biggest problem that you have with front loaders, which is this, right? So there's the claw. I've tested all the claws. This is by far the best one. I'll show you in a minute. This is our Scorpion. Now this is a mod. The only difference is the sound is a little bit different, and you're able to cut longer logs. So let's see, where do we want to? I guess we'll go. That's a small. We'll get this guy here. Now, that reminds me. we're going to have to start planting trees as well. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. Now, everyone kind of does forestry their own little way. You know, I don't know that there's a right way or a wrong way. This way, this is kind of the way that I do it. It kind of, you know, works best for me. Okay, so look at the upper left-hand corner. You get change cut length. So we're going to cut 10 meter cuts, okay? So there we go. So we've got it, and now we're just gonna boom, and let it just fall down, okay? So what I do is I pick it up, I try and keep it pretty close to the ground, right? And I want to try and also, okay, and now we cut. Boom. And then I'll move it just a little bit because you want to try and avoid them falling on each other. So you want to, I guess what I'm trying to say is you want them to be parallel to each other on the ground. And then this one I'm going to put a little bit over because I'm going to try and get him in between them, right? Easier said than done, but we'll give it a shot. Cool. And then we got this little guy here, which can sometimes be a pain. Alright, so now I'm going to pull up a little bit. Now, usually what I'll do is I'll grab another tree and I'll put another pile on top of that pile there, but let me just show you. And this is the Kenworth. These are the trucks that I've started buying after the Peterbilt because these have so much more power to them, which is necessary when I was hauling those trailers with 115 liters of rye or grain or whatever. Okay, so this is my JCB. You guys have probably seen this. This is a mod. He's got the dual wheels on there and the 6,000 pound weight. Alright, now this is my grapple. Like I said, I've used them all. This is by far, in my opinion, the best one out there. So you just kind of approach like so, and then you want to get that down in the grass. And then you go into it gently because you don't want to roll too far. And then boom, down. And then in. And there you go. So that's one full tree, which is probably a good amount. You can actually fit more in there. You can actually do 2 trees. But it's better to have less than more. That's for sure. Okay, so now we approach. And because I'm kind of just left of center, I'm going to put him in from this side. Because the one downside, now luckily there's no traffic coming, right? Yeah. The one downside to that gap in the middle, you can get trees that will slip out. That's not cool. Right? So I just wait until I'm almost perpendicular because you don't want to turn too much. Right? And then I'll down. Right? So right now I'm over it. And then I'll just release. So that's about as good as you're going to get. Now, like I said, the only downside to this gap is you don't, that end of that tree, if it's not, it can slip out of there. So that's the key. You want to just, as best you can, get them centered, so you don't have to worry about them. But that's it, guys. This is how I do forestry. I can do it pretty quickly. You know, I've cut down, you know, a lot of trees before. So this is basically how I do it. And this is the equipment that I find works the best by far. Alright, so let's head this way. We've got a bunch of trees over here. They look pretty big as well, so let's go after these guys. I've got some stumps that I'm going to have to deal with as well. And once I clear this area, we're going to have to plant more trees. Especially because we don't have a huge forestry area here. Try and get it low to the ground so you don't leave huge stumps. Let the tree fall. Just grab a sip of water. And you have to actually watch out for those stumps. It will interfere. It can also help as well because it will keep it from rolling. So it fell right on that stump. Go friggin'. I couldn't have done that if I tried. Alright, this is going to be interesting. Mostly because I've got that stump in the way. And we got a roller. We got a roller. That's alright. We should be able to deal with that roller. We'll just have to be careful. We're going to come in this way. And we'll just try and give it a little push. Like so. But again, that stump, you can see, is going to get right in the way. Let's see if we can push them. Let's see. Just want to try and get... Okay. Alright, so I'm going to try this from here. See, the other thing is you also don't want see how they're, you got one on the far right that's way far out, and you got one on the far left that's way far out. That's not ideal. So because basically they're off center, And the risk is that one of the ends is going to be closer to that middle. This should be okay. That one right there, there's enough of an overlap. So that's the one thing you have to watch out for. Okay. So that's basically it. There's a ton. I mean, if you guys do forestry, I'm sure you've seen all the different logging trucks and trailers and hooks and grapples and oh boy, right? Yeah, there's a lot. But as far as I'm concerned, this is all you need. This is it. And this trailer is not expensive. It's, how much is it? $18,000. And you can see, tried it, didn't like it. All of these, tried them, didn't like it. Didn't like it. So I've tried so many. And this is the best, $18,000. This, for small logging operations, is awesome. You use a tractor to pull this one, and this is dynamite. Really, really good. And for this one, you can use one of the kind of standard, what am I looking for? Oh, yeah. You can use one of these because it's obviously it's not going to be huge logs. So it's for smaller type forestry stuff. But yeah, this is it. So what I'll do is just real quick, I'll drive this over to the lumber mill. A lot of people didn't even know Michigan had a lumber mill. It definitely does. The only thing that would be cool about this trailer is if it had a locking script. But other than that, it's great. Okay, sorry, I had to grab a drink there. Because, you know, sometimes you go over bumps, and if you have logs where the edge is right near that opening in the middle, you can see they move a little bit, right? See how they get a little funky? That's the downside. And see that one there? He's kind of going through. Yeah, see that? That's not good. But I haven't had an issue with them falling out before, so. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to, now these are automatically going to unload, right? We're not going to get any money for it, because what's happening here is we drop the logs, and then they go through this little mill here. This tells us fuel is the logs, so we've got 44,000 logs. Fuel is the straw on the other side. I'll show you that. Logs, we have 92,000. So what this makes is wood chips and board pallets. Right, so we'll go over here. Okay, so this is the fuel. Right, it looks like wood chips, but it's not. And this is the board pallets. So this is a full one right here. As this one, you can see the logs, they get cut from the log, and then the board comes here. When this one fills up, it'll push this one over, and then once it gets to the end, that pallet of boards will automatically sell. So that's how this works. And then over here is the wood chips. So this is a byproduct of making the boards. So you get two things. You sell the boards at the auto sell point once they make enough so that it goes down. And then this fills up with wood chips that you can then sell as well. So it's a pretty good money maker. So I'll go over here. Now, if we wanted to, we could sell these logs. And since, we're 92% full with logs over there that I put in before, they're not all going to sell there anyway. So why don't we just sell them all here? So 200, 2.1 million. So there you go. What do we get? About 150,000. Not bad. But you go over here, you send the train, and supposedly you get a bonus. I'm never sure how that works. And that's my login. So this is just a trailer that I use to transport the Ponzi Scorpion. And that's it, guys. So let me know if you have any questions about the login, what you think of it. Do you guys do login? If you don't, you should try it because I think it's fun. There's a little bit of a learning curve, and it can be frustrating if you get the wrong equipment. I know, trust me. But this equipment here that I use, it's as hassle-free as it gets. And that's what makes it enjoyable for me, because you don't have to, constantly drop in logs and whatever. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're just watching this series for the first time, go ahead and hit that subscribe button to be notified of future episodes. And for those of you that are returning, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thanks again. Take care. Bye-bye.